How's it going? And welcome back. This is part two of how I do my cloning. And if you're confused and you haven't seen part one, go ahead and check that out and get up to date. So, anyways, we have the stink palm here, and they've been sitting for about 24 hours. And now we're ready to put them in the plugs in the AC Infinity dome and get these roots rocking. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to write the labels, because you do not want to mislabel your clones, trust me. Alright, we got them labeled up. Now we need to get the plugs and just put them every other spot. Make sure, I don't like mine to be up against the wall unless I have it, more full or whatever, but usually I don't. Alright, and then I usually just pour a very small amount of the water that I made in there. Alright, and then I actually don't use CloneX anymore, the gel. That Hormex stuff just works so good. I just put these straight into the plug. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come right back. Alright, I accidentally broke one of them. This one. I accidentally broke it. When you let those soak overnight, they get real stiff. So they do break kind of easy, but you just got to be careful. And these were all kind of thin. So, but like I said, I don't really care about the uniformity of them or anything. I'm just trying to keep the plant going, because I won't keep all these either. I'll just keep whichever one is the best. I'll keep two of them that are the best, and then I'll move on. So I'm putting the lid back on now. So I could probably just put one layer on there for now, because these are all pretty small. Let me see. That looks good. So I only need the single one this time. I'll have to put both on there. So yeah, that's what I did. I soaked them in Hormex, and I'm using the CloneX clone solution for the nutrients. I'll just keep using this. And then I'll set these in my tent. It's kind of cold right now, so I'll probably put the heating mat under them for a day or so. But I'll kind of take the heating mat on and off, and then I'll have all of these closed up, all of the vents closed up. Because what we want right now is we want this to be wet. We want it to have like a swamp, like a real humid environment, so that the leaf can get the moisture out of the air and figure out what just happened, and that it needs to grow roots, because it's a amazing plant. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do. This was part two. Hopefully you liked it. Maybe you learned something. I don't know. This is just how I do it. I actually do it a whole bunch of different ways, because I don't just do the same thing every time. It gets kind of boring. I have all kinds of different cloning methods, and they all work at different speeds, really. So it depends on how fast you want something, how much room you have for, maybe you need bigger clones. And if you need bigger clones, then that's perfect to set the extender on there, and you can get those rocking and rolling way faster. What I've learned the most is you don't want it too wet too long. In the beginning, I think the first couple days it's all right to have it real wet, but after that you want it to dry a little bit so that the roots want to grow. Like they want to grow to the water, to where the water is actually at. Like not just sit there in the water and not need to grow because they're drinking enough as is. You know, you want them to need a little bit of the water so that they stretch out and grow out and reach out, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's about it for part 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's grow.